Hello, gentle viewers. This is Abindian with a special bonus episode of Out of the Park Baseball 18. As you saw from today's earlier episode, I've already concluded the series, but we'd obviously like to see some more Out of the Park Baseball. It's the most popular series on the channel. I definitely am having a good time. I want to keep going with it. But we are going to change some settings for the next season. I need to remember where they are here. I think it's under players. Maybe? No. Here we are. So one thing I wanted to do, I wanted to make the game both a little bit easier and a little bit harder, just to change things up. To make the game feel more scouty, we're going to be changing, as you can see me doing right now, the player scale from 20 to 80. It should be in increments of 5, because this is what the real majors do. If you say a player has a 75 arm, that's pretty impressive. If he has a 35 arm, maybe not so much. And I think it's a more fun way to think about things. I'm also not going to show when the potential is less than the actual, or when ratings are... Yeah, that's fine. Those are both fine. The other thing I'm going to change, this will make it a little bit easier, is checking this box down here. What does this box mean? Well, normally ratings are based on positions, which means that an 80 over 80 could be a really good player, or maybe it's just a really bad season for shortstops. This makes it relative to all players, so you get a much better sense, pitchers compared to pitchers, hitters compared to hitters. You get a better sense of where your player fits in the grand scheme of things. And I think it'll make things a lot more interesting. So, for example, we take a look at the Indians. We should notice some of these ratings will actually change. Batter ratings. So all of a sudden, you'll notice Ernesto Plaza's rating is quite a bit higher. Donnelly's is quite a bit lower, because he's not being compared to other first basemen. He's being compared to every player in the game. And you'll notice now that every single stat is now a multiple of 5, except for the overall POT. This will make the game a little easier to compare players in a broad sense, but a little harder in that I don't have perfect information, and I'll need to rely a lot more on statistics to make my decisions. I think that'll make the game more fun, in my opinion. Any other statistics I want to change? Not really. I do want to make sure that we have dynamic league settings enabled, because I think it makes the game more fun. Yeah, and the only thing I don't like, and this is, maybe OOTP 18 is better, you can tell me in the comments if you like. It was really bad whenever they readjusted the schedule. And you get schedules ending in, August, because it would schedule doubleheaders every other day. Just very, very weird. But yeah, those are the two main settings I wanted to make sure that I changed so that you can see, what I'm doing for the next season. So, what happens next in the series is up to you. So we'll go to our, manager settings. Oh, that's all a bunch of nonsense. It's not that helpful. I am going to be manager and general manager. I mentioned that at the end of the last update, but just in case, I am making that clear as well. And I will go ahead and let the minor leagues control promotions and demotions unless I specifically tell them not to. But your role in this, should you so choose to accept it, is to find a new job for me. And I'm actually going to give a little bit of time for this. We're going to do a little bit of a mini-series starting on Saturday. I think I'd like to try Orwell out. I've never played the game before. I heard really good things about it. I'd like to try it online. So Saturday won't have any OOTP 18, probably not Tuesday either. I'm going to give you guys a full week to think about which team you want me to play as next. I'm going to put a poll up on Twitter, @OfIndianGaming, and you can, as always, comment in this video. So we need to find a job, and I need to remember how to... Oh, here we go, available job screen. So, as we mentioned last time, I have 3 major league teams willing to employ me. I don't want to mess with a minor leagues team. I've done that before in OOTP 16, 17, 15, 14, going back a ways. It's kind of dull because you keep losing players all the time. I don't like playing it. Maybe you do. I don't. So we're going to stick to these 3 major league teams as a possibility, and I'll put these in the Twitter poll, as well as a possibility of playing a Negro League team or an NPB team. There is no NPB in this universe, so we'd have to start over again from the beginning. Same thing for the Negro League teams. But those are things to consider. As far as the teams that are eligible here, we have the Chicago White Sox, who are already a well-established team. So if you want to basically see how I can take an established team to the next level, this would be a good choice. Here's a good overview of their team, who's good, who's not. They have a legitimate all-star level player in Alpha Datcher, and some other useful players as well. So if you want to take it easy on me, the White Sox would probably be the best team. If you want to see me with more of a challenge, I think your best bet is the Atlanta Braves. Because although they have a very low payroll, they've got some useful chips in their minor league system. And most importantly, they've got enough money to make it interesting. So this is the other possibility. The Atlanta Braves, a smaller market, but an owner that's a little bit nicer. He's charitable when it comes to money, which means he's more likely to let us pay more. The final choice is the Arizona Diamondbacks. Now, the Diamondbacks are probably, in my opinion, the least interesting choice because they're basically in the same position as the Indians, except for the fact that they have an even smaller market. There's not much money to spend. Look at that budget, 30th in Major League Baseball. That would be the worst. Let's see, the Braves' budget is, 27th, not a whole lot better. What about the White Sox? The White Sox are better, probably top 15. Tied for 14th. So there you go. 3 different challenges. If I pick Arizona or Atlanta, I'll be playing in the National League. If I pick the White Sox, I'll be facing the Indians. So there's potential for some drama in either case. The Braves are willing to give me the best contract, $1 million a year in 3 years to turn their franchise around. But so that's going to be your decision. Again, this is just a super quick video. This is pretty much the end of it. I'll create the Twitter poll here shortly. And then you'll be able to vote. And I'll post a link in the description, by the way. Or even as a comment on this video. And then you can decide from there which team you want to see me play as. If you want to, I will go all the way back to the beginning. I'll make that a decision too. We can start back in 2017. But a lot of people seem to like this universe. And I'd like to stay with it unless people desperately think it's not the best choice. So, thank you very much for watching. As always, please remember to like and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. Comment down below with your favorite team. Feel free to vote in the Twitch poll as well. Sorry, I keep saying Twitch poll. Twitter poll. Twitch is something totally different. And yeah, until next time, this has been Avindian, thanking you very much for your participation and wishing you good day, good luck, and good fortune.